Hi, welcome to my world once again. Today's conversation is very interesting, and a part of me actually feels like the conversation is for people who identify as Christians or maybe people who are moralists or have decided not to engage in premarital sex. Now, I usually say something to them that if you're not engaging in premarital sex, you must be engaging in something else. If not, you are wasting your creative power and you are wasting your sexual drive. So welcome to my conversation on sexual transmutation. The first time I heard the word sexual transmutation, it was by the legend called Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich. And I have been practicing what I read. And I think that you may try it out and see if this works for you and how it works for you. So what is sexual transmutation? Sexual transmutation has been defined by several people, and I would read a definition by one of them, Matthew Soul. He says, let me actually hold on that because the definition is very hot. So let's go to the previous one. Transmutation. Transmutation is the conversion of one element into another. The conversion of one element into another. It also means the changing of one state into a different state. Now, what is sexual transmutation? If transmutation is the conversion of one element into another, what is sexual transmutation? It is the rechanneling of the creative potency of sex away from purely physical outlets into other areas of life. Away from purely physical outlets into other areas of life. The areas can be inclusive of music, inclusive of art, intellectual or mental, business, sports, anything. You are rechanneling the creative potency of sex from purely sexual and physical outlets into the other areas of your life. What does that mean? It means the ability to intentionally take inbuilt sexual energy within you and channel it into something else. That's where Matthew's Soul says, at the essence of all creation, sex is the center of life. From birth of a child to the ecstatic conception of a piece of art. Oh, that is so beautiful. All creation is rooted in the libido. I will say it again. At the essence of all creation, sex is the center of life. From the birth of a child to the ecstatic conception of a piece of art. That all creation is rooted in your libido. If you're not having premarital sex for personal or spiritual reasons, you should not waste your sexual drive. We are going to convert that energy at the height and at the peak of it into your work. How is the next question? But before I respond to the how, here are some names of people who did this in their lifetime. Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, Leonardo da Vinci, Nikola Tesla, and so many other people. Transmuted and moved their sexual drive into their creative zone. So how can we use our sexual energy to fuel our inner work? How can we use our sexual energy to fuel our inner work? But just in case you're wondering the effect of this, does this make sense? Is this important? What is the usefulness of this? The first is that the intensity tied to your sexual drive If you move it over to work, it will help you to be intense and to be creative. Like imagine the height of it and the sexual, like the peak of it. Now move that energy. I remember watching one of the series, I think it was Too Hot to Handle, where part of what they were supposed to do was to stay together in a house without sex. I'm not sure how long, maybe for 30 or 60 days, I'm not sure. And one of the things they had to do was sexual work at the height, at the peak, the highest level of that emotion and the feeling within you. Exhale, scream, and evacuate. And then we saw gentlemen screaming, we saw women screaming. So part of the effect and the result will be the intensity, the creativity, focus, what it helps you achieve. So look at the intensity some people experience or invest in sex. Look at the creative nature, different styles, whatever it is. Look at the focus, and then look at how aware they are, like heightened awareness. Now move all of those beautiful elements into your work, into business, into sport. Imagine you writing, and you're writing at the highest level, at your peak, at the climax zone. Just imagine you bringing that energy. Imagine music also. You are at that zone where the only thing on your mind is sex, and you go into your creative zone to write your lyrics or to sing your song. Also check out sport. Look at you at your highest level, at the level of climax, and then you are transferring that energy into your work, into your business. So instead of wasting it, instead of just feeling, oh, I'm single, lonely and alone, convert it. Evacuate that drive into your work. Evacuate it into something you like. If it is painting, if it is writing, if it is gaming, if it is whatever it is, if it is speaking, bring out the highest level of yourself. Express yourself at the maximum height. Be intentional about it. Be intentional. Let's see your intensity. Let's see your creativity. It will help you. You'll be so fully awake, fully alive. You will feel everything. You will hear everything. You will see everything. Invest that in your work. I'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to this timeless teaching. For bookings or details on the Emotion City, please visit www.emotioncity.com.